plan or your agenda is to knock him out so that you send him to retirement earlier?
My plan, my initial plan is to win, but every time I fight, I'm trying to knock somebody out.
Lamont Roach is determined to end Gervonta "Tank" Davis's unbeaten streak and push him toward early retirement, making it clear he's ready to take down the undefeated champion.
That'd be a blessing. That'd be definitely something that I work for, because I work my ass off. But yeah, if he on his way out, well, why not kick his ass?
Lamont Roach has announced that he plans to shake up the boxing world when he faces Gervonta "Tank" Davis on March 1st. Known for his confidence and drive, Roach is aiming not just to beat Davis but to push him into early retirement. The super featherweight, with 25 wins and only 1 loss, knows Davis intends to retire by the end of 2025, but Roach is determined to speed up that timeline, seeking a knockout that could force Davis to step away sooner than planned.
Questioning the importance of this moment for Roach, but the past adds another layer of significance.
Coming like that. Baltimore and DC, 2 different worlds, but they so close. You know we got that energy. Hold on. We grew up together in the sport. It was always just a tension and rivalry. I only got 3 words for the super haters, and they say is, you from New York, SMD.
How do you block out the naysayers and the people and their opinions they have of you?
They don't matter to me at all, especially the ones who think I'm not a worthy opponent, or whatever the case may be. 9 times out of 10, you don't know boxing. I got here without them. I'll still be here without them. You can't do anything that I'm doing on nowhere near close to my level, so I really don't care. I really don't give two fucks.
Even as an underdog, Roach is confident in his ability to beat Tank Davis. The undefeated southpaw, known as one of boxing's most feared punchers and often compared to a young Mike Tyson, presents a huge challenge, but Roach sees this fight as his chance to prove he belongs among the sport's elite.
You are considered a major underdog. Does that give you any type of momentum or fuel to prove people wrong?
Yeah, it does in a sense, but yeah, it do for sure. I ain't gonna lie, I like to prove people wrong, and I damn sure like to prove myself right. So yeah, it definitely gives me an incentive, and like I said before, I've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, the fight they had me duck. Right now, they really got me. They really got me.
What drives Roach is the doubt from the boxing community. Many critics aren't giving him a chance against Davis, but he uses that skepticism as fuel, becoming even more determined to prove them wrong. For Roach, it's not just about winning, it's about making a statement and securing his place in boxing. He's already thinking beyond this fight, aiming for future title opportunities at 130 or 135 pounds once he takes care of business with Davis.
Back, mother. Y'all know how I'm coming. He gonna pay for it. Now,
Roach is ready to prove he belongs among boxing's elite. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis has shocked fans by announcing that 2025 will be his final year in the sport, leaving many to wonder how much longer the undefeated champion will compete. Despite this retirement news, Davis is staying focused, training hard, and preparing for his upcoming fight against Lamont Roach.
for skill, none of these guys can mess with me. Like, nobody. I feel like my skills is way better than like Floyd. Like, if I'm on my game. Yeah, I take that back. Probably hand in hand. But skill-wise, nobody on TV that's fighting right now have more skills than me. Nobody.
Davis has been clear about his plans to retire and wants to leave the sport on his own terms. He confirmed that 2025 will be the year he hangs up his gloves, leaving fans wondering if he can finish on a high note. While he acknowledges that audiences will see only a limited part of his career left, he promises to give everything in the ring until then. Fans hope he uses this time to pursue major matchups against fighters like Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, and Teofimo Lopez, and Davis has shown he's open to making these big fights happen before he steps away.
Oh yeah.
However, Davis is approaching his future carefully. While he's interested in facing some of boxing's top names, his immediate focus is on handling the challenge Roach presents. Roach is a rising star in the 130 pounds division, and Davis knows no opponent can be underestimated. Having not fought since June 2024, when he stopped Frank Martin in the 8th round, Davis is aware that the long layoff could make this matchup with Roach more challenging.
Tank's best attributes, or have you seen any of his flaws? Without giving too much of your game plan, have you seen any of his, like, what would you say are the flaws in his game?
His flaws is gonna be the ones I expose on March 1st. His best attribute is his ability to land a shot on somebody's chin. To me, that's like that.
Moreover, Lamont Roach knows all about Tank Davis's explosive power, but he's confident that his boxing intelligence and skill will be the key to victory. Having faced Davis in the amateurs and studied him for years, Roach has developed a strategy that targets the champion's weaknesses while highlighting his own strengths. For Roach, this fight isn't just about raw power, it's about outsmarting Davis, using his experience and preparation to create opportunities that others haven't been able to exploit.
We gonna see. I don't give a about what y'all gotta say. That's why I'm here, right here, in this position right now. That's why I'm going to be on top of the boxing world.
Known for his tactical style, Roach believes his ability to read an opponent's moves will give him an edge Davis hasn't faced before. Despite Davis's undefeated record and experience against top fighters, Roach is confident that his mental sharpness, versatility, and determination will pose a unique challenge. He believes he brings the complete package: refined skills, a strategic mind, and relentless drive to secure victory.
Who do you think wins as well?
Honestly, I think Tank is one of the very best fighters, definitely in the lightweight division. I don't think Roach will be a huge threat for Tank. Tank is very talented, very skilled, and also very experienced at this point now. He's fought and seen pretty much every style there is, and his power is tremendous, where he has that knockout punching power, and he's got the confidence to do it, and you just see his demeanor. He's just confident. He knows he's gonna, go out there and execute, and so it's hard to go against Tank.
When it comes to predicting this fight, Mikey Garcia quickly praised Tank Davis's skill, highlighting the serious threat he poses in the ring. Garcia focused on Davis's explosive knockout power, noting it's a major reason he's so dangerous. Combined with his experience and confidence, Davis is a tough opponent to bet against. Garcia also emphasized Davis's calm and assured demeanor. He knows his abilities and is fully ready to carry out his game plan.
Again, not to disrespect his opponent Roach, but I think Tank is a beast, and he's been proving it every fight. He probably will win this fight as well. Again, it's hard to say and go against Tank. He's proven.
In Garcia's view, Roach lacks the power and confidence needed to match Tank Davis. He confidently predicts a Davis victory, pointing to the champion's impressive record and long string of wins that have made him one of boxing's most feared fighters today.
Terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle. It's going to be a tough night for Roach, but you can never count him out. Watching him fight up close and personal, he's sneaky good, which means he can catch you at any time. He can land combinations, sometimes at will, without you even knowing it. He's that sneaky. So, yeah, it's going to be very interesting. But, obviously, Gervonta Davis has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has that mean streak in him that will take you out with it.
Oscar De La Hoya shared Garcia's view and went further, predicting a dominant knockout victory for Tank Davis over Lamont Roach. While acknowledging Roach's talent, De La Hoya highlighted Davis's size, skill, experience, and relentless drive as overwhelming advantages. He praised Davis's ability to slip punches and land precise shots without opponents even realizing it, stressing that Roach will struggle against Davis's elusive style and punching power. According to De La Hoya, Davis has all the tools needed to handle whatever Roach brings, making him the clear favorite in this fight.
I think Lamont Roach just doesn't have the firepower to, hold off Tank. I think he has great skills, but I don't think he has the firepower to get Tank's respect, and I think that you have to have that. If you don't, then you really have no chance. So it's kind of similar, like to me and Devin Haney. I just didn't respect anything he threw, and anytime I wanted to land, I did. So I think it's going to be a not similar fight, but I think it's a similar aspect that he's not going to be able to get him.
Ryan Garcia weighed in on the fight, noting that while Lamont Roach is technically skilled, he lacks the raw power and physicality to match Tank Davis. Garcia emphasized that success isn't just about skill, it's about commanding respect in the ring, and that's where Roach could struggle. Without the power to genuinely threaten Davis, Roach may fail to find a rhythm, leaving him vulnerable. Garcia predicts Davis's speed, strength, and knockout power will dominate, making it difficult for Roach to keep up.
You could say, oh, like, you can make a claim like, oh, maybe like this person's a better boxer, but he's not a better boxer than Tank. He's not a bigger puncher. He's not bigger than Tank. He's moving up in weight, so that might affect him, make him a little bit slower.
Right.
Tank has a crazy ring IQ. Tank has the better legs. Like, bro, you can't make a claim for any of this.
Rolly Romero also shared his take, stating that no one matches Tank Davis in the key areas of boxing skill, punching power, and physical attributes. While some analysts think other fighters could outbox Davis, Romero sees no one close to his level. He also noted that Roach's move up in weight could work against him, potentially slowing his reactions and making it harder to keep up with Davis's speed and power. In Romero's view, the size and strength gap makes it nearly impossible for Roach to compete in this high-stakes fight.
I feel Tank distance. Yeah, I feel Tank, but distance in a controversial fight. How about that? Tank distance and people in a controversial one. Something like kind of like how Pitbull was.
Rolly Romero also shared his take, stating that no one matches Tank Davis in the key areas of boxing skill, punching power, and physical attributes. While some analysts think other fighters could outbox Davis, Romero sees no one close to his level. He also noted that Roach's move up in weight could work against him, potentially slowing his reactions and making it harder to keep up with Davis's speed and power. In Romero's view, the size and strength gap makes it nearly impossible for Roach to compete in this high-stakes fight.
I think that's be a good fight, man. I think it'd be a good fight, man. Him and Tank. I think that'd be a real good fight, man. You know what I mean? I think I would have to go with Tank, though. I would have to go with Tank. You know what I mean? But I think it's a real good fight. You know what I mean?
From a coaching perspective, Derek Bozy Andis expressed strong confidence that Tank Davis will win, highlighting his impressive skills and ability to adapt in any situation. While recognizing Roach's talent, Andis ultimately chose Davis, pointing to his superior attributes and experience in high-level fights as the deciding factors.
We'll see. I just think that Davis really got that knockout power. He doesn't have a lot of output. He's fighting somebody who's closer to his height. I think it would be more of a fight. I think the last time he fought somebody shorter than him was Pitbull, and he tried to box him, and he came out. A lot of people didn't like that fight in the sense of, I assume people thought Pitbull won the fight, or it was just a close.
Jermaine Ortiz shared his thoughts, noting Tank Davis's knockout power while pointing out that this fight could bring new challenges. Davis has mostly faced smaller opponents, and Roach moving up in weight adds a different dynamic. Ortiz suggested that if Davis tries to box from the back foot, it may not work as smoothly as before, and he recommended using aggression to press Roach, as he has with other bigger fighters. While Ortiz didn't favor Roach, he believes Davis will need to adjust his strategy to handle Roach's skill and movement.
Roach is too small, and that's my issue. I'm not questioning the skill set or anything like that, but it was similar to Frank Martin. You know what I mean? This guy comes in there and you got 18 fights. And I remember watching that pre-fight press conference when he was annoying Gervonta Davis so much, and he cussed by accident. Excuse me. He cussed by accident. He was like, "Ooh, making this up. He hurt me in sparring," and and I knew Gervonta was going to come for him, and sure enough, that's what he did. Walked right towards him from round one on.
On the other hand, Stephen A. Smith highlighted concerns about the size difference between the fighters. He noted that Roach moving up in weight could put him at a disadvantage against Davis's power and strength. While acknowledging both fighters' skills, Smith stressed that the physical gap could make it tough for Roach to handle Davis's punches, recalling how Davis dominated previous opponents who moved up in weight, like Frank Martin. In his view, the size and power advantage gives Davis a clear edge in this matchup.
So I think that if Lamont Roach got a good chin, you dig it, then it could go the distance. If you don't, Tank is going to put him out. But it can also go the distance because Tank know how to box too. I've watched him in the ring. I've watched him in the gym. I see what he can do. You understand? So, but if I had to bet my money, I'm gonna bet my money on.
Adding a layer of intrigue, Lenny Wilson also shared his predictions for the fight, but instead of offering a definitive winner, he focused on the strategies that could shape the outcome. Wilson analyzed key factors such as Roach's ability to manage Davis's explosive power and how Davis might handle Roach's movement and technique. It was clear from Wilson's commentary that both fighters would need to execute their game plans effectively to gain an advantage, but with Davis's superior attributes it seemed unlikely that Roach would be able to impose his will in the ring.
Gervonta Tank Davis doesn't seem happy business-wise, and he doesn't seem happy about the sport of boxing, saying boxing suck. He hasn't been sounding positive. His latest post of the fight is effing canceled. On top of that, him deleting his socials and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of stuff outside that makes me think, is he really focused on this fight? And even if he's focused, because Gervonta Tank Davis definitely is a professional, he definitely don't want to lose a fight, you can suspect or expect this to be the best Lamont Roach you've ever seen versus probably the worst Gervonta Tank Davis you ever seen. I just never seen Gervonta's situation so wild. Okay, it's just so untamed right now, and it's not.
Showbiz the adult added a layer of uncertainty to the predictions, acknowledging Davis's power and skill but raising concerns about outside distractions, like ongoing issues with his promotional team. He suggested these challenges could affect Davis's focus and preparation, potentially impacting his performance in the ring. Unlike most analysts predicting a Davis win, Showbiz pointed out that mental and emotional pressures could make him more vulnerable than expected and even recommended that fans and bettors consider betting against Davis, as these external factors might influence the outcome despite his natural talent.
Roach is coming up in weight. He came up in weight too. I don't see. Honestly, I don't see him. He's a good fighter, but I don't see. He's nothing in his past tells me he's going to beat Gervonta Davis or even be competitive with him. And I'm not. It's not a denigration of Lamont Roach. He's a good.
So, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and check out some of our other videos playing on the screen right now.